are you talking about, the secret societies?
I think anybody expected that, right? I mean, that was when we taken Las Vegas or something. I think anybody expected that, right? I mean, that was when we taken Las Vegas or something. I think anybody expected that, right? I mean, that was when we taken Las Vegas or something. And I scored the first touchdown for the Hurricanes this year.
Exactly, Mario. I don't want to ever hear you say that again. Did you make that bet? Did you tell someone to make that bet?
I'm not going to compare them to Miami, where it just seemed like every week that at some point someone's going to catch up and get them and bite them and make them lose. But I'm not going to compare them to Miami, where it just seemed like every week that at some point someone's going to catch up and get them and bite them and make them lose. I'm not going to compare them to Miami, where it just seemed like every week that at some point someone's going to catch up and get them and bite them and make them lose. But
Brad put this out. He said, we got an SEC chaos scenario unfolding. Let's say Texas wins the SEC. Which of these four teams is left out? Bama? So let's say Bama goes to Atlanta. They lose to Texas in the SEC title game. They're 10-3. Their best win is Georgia. Well, I'm telling you, they're not leaving Bama out, because that would mean leaving the SEC champion runner-up out, and they're not going to do that. So in this scenario, Texas is in because they won the league. I think Bama would be in because they played for the league title. Ole Miss at 10-2, when they beat Georgia, they're in. They're in. There's no question in my mind. Tennessee at 10-2, they beat Alabama. Yeah, Tennessee would be in as well. Georgia at 10-2, beat Tennessee and beat Texas. My answer is Georgia would also be in. Close your ears, Daniel Cannell.
How about let's just make this an all SEC league? Let's not worry about the Big 12, the Big 10, the ACC. Let's just make this an SEC win. Let's just make this that. So this is,
When it's all said and done, let's go to the ACC here. Miami suffered a bad loss to unranked Georgia Tech. As a result, Brandon, they do fall significantly in your rankings. But do you think we were being a little bit too generous with Miami's rankings throughout the course of the season thus far?
yeah, I think so, including myself. They were undefeated. They kept finding ways to win, so I was rewarding them for that. I had them at number 4 going into last week, and now I dropped them 12 spots to 16. And at some point, a receiver would get open, and they would convert. You can't do that week to week to week to week. They're playing backyard football out there with the best and fastest quarterback on the field. That's great, but you can't depend on that week after week in the ACC or for any conference for that matter. And so with all that's being said, I put it in there and I penalized them quite a bit. And I penalized them quite a bit. And I penalized them quite a bit. And I penalized them quite a bit because this has been coming and they've had time to coach things up, scheme things up, to get better and improve. And they haven't. They can't just keep saying, Cam, go out there and deliver us a win.
Man, Brandon. Did you date a girl at Miami and like she dumped you or something? Man, Brandon. Did you date a girl at Miami and like she dumped you or something? Man, Brandon. Did you date a girl at Miami and like she dumped you or something? Like we're that upset with them? That is a harsh drop for the Miami Hurricanes. Look, I dropped them a long way too, but I think that's a little bit too penalizing for the Hurricanes. And I shared a lot of the same concerns, but I don't think losing on the road to a team like Georgia Tech, who's probably going to end up either 7-5 or 8-4, that's a pretty good football team. That's a Power 4 conference opponent on the road when you had a chance with the ball in your hands late to potentially win the game. I don't think that's one that should be so devastating where all of a sudden they're falling 12 spots. So I think you're a little harsh on the Canes. And the reason I'm kind of still on them is because I think if they played again, I think they could shore up some of their issues. And I think Cam Ward is still that dynamic a player who's very much in the Heisman hunt and could still take this team deep on a playoff run.
I guess that's how you say his name. Le Batard. I hope you're right. I hope this ended this Heisman nonsense so we can concentrate on kicking everybody's ass.
We see
they haven't shored up anything all season.
Yeah, that's a good point, Tim Brenton. All right, you guys, we talked about team.
That's a good point, Brandon. Man, shut y'all bitch ass up. Y'all don't like Miami? Keep it real. Y'all don't believe it? Y'all don't believe that's the sentiment? gonna show you in this video.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Hey Rudy Guru, aka Soccer God, Studio One Live Productions. Hey man, a lot of people call me a Mario fanboy, but not today, Mario. Not today. Okay? What I've been trying to stress to the people is, I am a Hurricane fan. I support any coach that is coaching the University of Miami. Okay? And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, as I've been doing all year. Okay? But we must address, in my mind, the third, possibly more, intentionally thrown games. Yeah, I said it, thrown. Intentional loss. Tanking. Okay? There's all kind of reasons why you will tank. But we know that NCAA, the powers that be, did not want Miami to be the face of college football right now. Not right now. It's not our turn, they're saying. But let's go and let's see what Mario has to say.
Good afternoon. Obviously disappointing. We didn't do a good enough job. We didn't play well enough, but we didn't coach good enough. And credit to them for playing better.
You can't even look at us in the eye. You look up and then you look right back down to your papers. You could barely look us in the eye.
And coaching better than we did. Story of the game, third down conversion downs. And then being, I believe, 9 of 14 or whatnot, us being 3 of 10, and it being 1 for 4 on fourth down. We really, going into the game, we were the best at both offense and defense, third down conversions in the conference or up there. And today that did not show up, therefore we did not sustain drives, and they did. So, questions, please.
On the, speaking of the third down conversions for both sides, do you think that's just like progressively lean and just kind of how the ball bounces, or is it something that you guys or they did that made that happen?
I think they did a good job playing coverage with some of our stuff, and I think we failed at some routine plays, you know. And when I say that, I always emphasize that it falls on coaches and players equally, but
No, it falls on the coaches. It falls on the coaches. How could you allow a quarterback with one arm who cannot throw running up the middle on us all day? They literally ran 3 plays: a jet sweep, a counter, or that run pass option. I don't think it was even a pass option. There was no option to pass. So how could we get beat on an RPO when there's no option to pass? You can't explain it.
we had some drops in critical situations. Coverage-wise, they mixed some things up. The bye week certainly granted them a couple of tells that I think helped them with some of the underneath stuff, and they were keeping everything in front, and sometimes you just got to pound the ball away.
Well, if they were doing that, Mario, explain why Fletcher got 4 carries, okay? And explain why Martinez got 15 for almost 90 yards and no other running back touched the ball. Quick snapshot. Damian Martinez, 15 for 81. Fletcher, 4 for 12. No other running backs. Let's look at a few other box scores. Now you look at Duke game. Martinez, 11 carries, 12. He got a carry. Lyle and George got carries. Okay, let's look at another one. Florida State game, they both get 15 carries. And then you got 2 other running backs that get carries. There's no excuse. 19 total carries from the running backs. If they were doing such a great job at underneath coverage and coverage things, why wasn't the ball handed off a little more frequently? We didn't see A.J. Allen.
You made a comment. Oh, the coach mentioned A.J. Allen is a nice changeup guy. You forgot about him. You forgot about him again. Are we gonna redshirt Lyle? It seemed we wasted a couple of games. He ran the ball once or twice. What is the deal? What are we doing with Chris Johnson? See him a few times, a few little flare passes, and now we don't see him no more. Man, stop the bullshit, man. Why? Listen, this is one of the reasons why I stopped looking at NFL football. Because it's the WWE. Okay? Now it looks like the college is starting to be the WWE, where they choose their winners. They choose their best people. They rank who they want to be the best. Man, this shit got to stop.
And make it just a slower, not as exciting game, but put points on the board and sustain drives. But we didn't do that. Credit to them, they just did a better job on third down, fourth down.
Talk about the ball, I think it's 270 rushing yard. What were they doing that you guys weren't able to?
They do what they do. They do what they do. They run counter, they run power sweep, they run some split zone, whatnot, they run some wide zone.
And you know everything they do. What the F is going on? Yes, please bite your teeth. Please bite your teeth. Because you're lying, man. You're lying, man. I don't care, man. We got to call it out, man. We really don't want this tinkering in college football. I know I'm a Hurricane fan. I sound like a bitter Miami fan. But I've seen them do it across the league. I see them doing it to Indiana. Okay? I see they like to prop up their certain teams. Okay? If this is about money, then separate the leagues and see who does the best. Put a Power 4 championship and a Group of 5 championship. And if y'all go to tinkering with the Power 4, guess what? We're going to watch the Group of 5 playoffs. Yeah, I dare you to do that. Now, this is above your pay grade, Mario. I understand. They're going to do what they're going to do. And you got this $8 million job they can snatch right from up under your feet. But you can't say it. I'ma say it.
They got the ball off the edge several times, not only on sweep, sometimes on outside zone. Some of it was bust, some of it was just playing really good. Sometimes it was just getting an extra hat there. We've got to make an adjustment to get one there. So it falls on absolutely all of us, the way they ran the football, knowing that they were banged up at quarter.
All of us. Who is all of us? Knowing that they were banged up at quarterback. Man, that's idiotic coaching, bro. Is that what your role was when you came to Miami? To play the Hollywood role of dumb coaching decisions? I guess I would take a job for $8 million if it's just about embarrassing yourself on stages that just doesn't make any sense. Georgia Tech stops an undefeated season 2 times in a row. Wow. What are the odds of that, Mario? Huh? What is the odds? We got to expose it now. And then you make a comment, first game of the year. Let's play this clip.
I don't think anybody expected that, right? That was a woman taking Las Vegas or something. And I scored the first touchdown for the Miami Hurricanes this year.
Exactly, Mario. I don't want to ever hear you say that again. Did you make that bet? Did you tell someone to make that bet? Okay. Nah. Let's go, man. Let's go.
We're back. They did a better job than we did.
Just how disappointed is that they weren't throwing the ball downfield too often? Like I said, he's banged up. They were essentially one-dimensional. How disappointed is that they couldn't?
Extremely. extremely disappointing. I think, as you can imagine, the entire locker room is really, sad.
Yeah, they sad because they don't understand when coaches are told to lose games. They don't understand it. And some of these players' IQ are above the rest. And that's the reason why some players play and some don't. Because some players aren't going to question your bad decisions. Because a coach, eventually, if you coach a player up good enough, they're going to know when you're making a bad decision. Because you coached them up. They're going to say, wait a minute, coach, that don't even make sense. That goes against the whole philosophy. Why are we running this when we should be running that? These players know. But they better not question their coach for throwing a game.
Down, disappointed, and you have to own it. There's no, you can't sugarcoat if this or if that. We didn't do a good enough job, and we knew it was going to be a great atmosphere. We had a pretty good feel for what to do and how to do it. We didn't.
You know what? I don't care if I get copyrighted for this video, but I gotta show how you tried not to cover a spread intentionally last year at the, I think it's a Virginia game. This is the 2022 Georgia Tech game. And it's interesting on this play how this announcer mentioned Miami should take a knee. Should be Miami football taking a knee. And then the following year is the take a knee game. And now this year we're forced to lose to them again. This, you can't make this shit up. The game. They got to talk it over though. See? They got to talk it over how we're going to make this happen. This is how they orchestrate games. And part of this Vegas cabal. Because there's no reason to be meeting with the refs right now. Let's go. Stop it. Stop this. I remember watching this game and I was like, what are y'all doing? What is the confusion? Yeah, boo! How they got in trouble with the runoff? They're getting a call from Vegas right now. It don't take this long, bro. I'm sorry. It don't take this long. Yep, we got the call from Vegas, buddy.
Miami shouldn't have to call it the one to put on. Well, the clock says 27 seconds. It's third and goal. Either way. Three receivers to the left for Garcia, and we're still not ready to snap.
But they gotta figure out how they're gonna keep this game under 2.5 points. You gotta orchestrate triple overtime, and you're gonna run it in for 2.
Okay, so here's where the confusion is we still have 3 timeouts on the board for Miami. They can't use the timeout to avoid the runoff. I just don't understand.
I know you don't understand because he got the call from Vegas. I know you don't understand. This whole game. Go watch the rest of this game. It was confusing. Hold on. What are you talking about? The secret societies? Hold on. What are you talking about? The secret societies? Hold on. What are you talking about? The secret societies? When I'm doing a video about these secret cabal. Let's stop it. I just caught that, but stop it. And you don't talk about it, but you just talked about it. Man, shut up. Both teams well rested. Who does that benefit? The defense. Stop it. Look at this dumbass play. Look, y'all don't know the play, huh, Mario? Y'all don't know the play, huh? Man, get the fuck out of here. No, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody's like, what is going on? Now, Mario, how you allow 37 seconds get run down to 16 seconds and then call a timeout? You can't explain this bullshit. You had 3 timeouts with 37 seconds. You could have ran all 3 of your plays. Now watch this bullshit. There's no explanation for it. Damn, I wish Paris would have got in there and fucked up this whole orchestration. You run all that time out and you're not trying to score. You didn't try to score there. That was an intentional run the clock down, kick a field goal, let's go to overtime. Man, stop it. I don't understand either, buddy. Well, if that was the case, Mario, you could have had that player on this first half. It came out and ran the ball, called timeout, ran the ball again, called another timeout. But you weren't trying to win this game by more than 2.5 points. I can guarantee you that. Down, so ain't called no flag on that. He just did a bunch of bullshit plays and kicked 3. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Then they let Virginia do a bunch of bullshit ass plays and they kicked 3. Come on, man. Let's go on, move it on. Good back. And he got another field goal. And then we do some dumb ass shit. Okay. Just trying to get 3. Watch this dumb ass third down play. Another 3, dumbass play. Go watch the rest of this game, bro. Now they wait till we get to the third overtime, where it's just nothing but 2-point conversions versus 2-point conversions. Now it's their turn. Good coverage. So he did all that shit, orchestrated that bullshit, just to run his 2-point conversion up the middle. And they raise their hand quick. They wins it by 2. Man, stop the bull. 2.5 point spread. No. You're part of Vegas. You're part of the cabal. And we don't know what to expect. I do know what to expect. They hate Miami. They treat Miami like a team of thugs. Niggas. Yeah, I said the N-word. That's how they view us. I got a fan named South Coast Kane. And he had to deal with it as a white boy growing up in Louisiana. And they was wondering why he's a Hurricane fan and why he's rooting for a bunch of thugs and a bunch of you know what. And he had to fight his brother about that. He told us this story. So I don't want to hear it, man. I can't keep hearing this. Let's check this out. Let's go.
The routine stuff that we're good at doing did not show up. And then at the end, we showed we had a chance with the ball, to go and take the lead again, but we turned it over. And then took control again.
What was your message to them there? Just going by to get two games off the
The reality of it, got to own it. Got to own every bit of it, all of us. It's in this profession when You take one on the chin like that, you gotta be a grown man. You gotta.
Yeah, you took one on the chin like that. You took one on the chin like that. Look at that face. You took one for the team. And I ain't talking about the team of Miami. I'm talking about the team of this playoff cabal. It's a playoff cabal now. It's no other. It's a racketeering playoff cabal. And it's a, what they called it? What's the word I'm looking for in economics? It's against the law, supposedly. When you corner the market, they made AT&T break up. I can't think of the word. Anyway, it'll come to me. Damn, it's on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, let's go, man.
There's no finger pointing. There's no, and by that I mean starting, of course, with myself and every coach on the staff and every player.
No I'm pointing at you, Mario, right now. I'm pointing at you. What you mean no finger pointing? We can't point the finger at you? Because it ain't your fault, Mario. And you have to do what you're told to do. It's a playoff cabal. And they were mad that Miami has the best team this year. And it's apparent. And there's been a narrative placed that our defense is bad. When we were spotting points, letting Cam have a Heisman campaign. Now it's coming back to bite us because they want us to play this role in Hollywood now. We're stuck in this role. They don't want to see us play another role as being the face of the league and dominating all these mediocre teams this year. It's a mediocrity. That's what the portal has brought. That's what the NIL has brought. Parity or mediocrity. Which word do you want to use?
Player just own it. And you don't talk about it very much. You gotta just go do something about it. We have a bye week with everything in front of us to play for, to do something about it. And to make sure that, as sick as everyone's feeling, that I hope we all feel sick to the point where it drives us to be better. Because certainly that was not
I hope it does that. I hope the part of this story has us a good ending and not an embarrassment, because they've been wanting to embarrass us forever. They've been embarrassing Miami every chance they get to embarrass us. We're doing good. They don't highlight it often, and it's proven. It's proven. Okay? I hope it does. Or do they step in our way again and say, no, we're not going to allow it. We're not going to allow it. And this is a move to punish the ACC champion runner-up. That's all this is.
That was not our best football.
Just offensively, you touched on
we know that. And your look on your face can tell us it's true. Nowhere near it. We shouldn't have had to play our best football though against a one-armed, three-play offense. I mean, just be honest. Just be honest with yourself.
Such a key, but you guys have been scoring so many points. Was there anything else that kind of stood out to you that offensively that just didn't have those results?
Ain't nothing you can
It was a slow-paced game, but I don't think that should be used as a reason to be out of rhythm. I think we got ourselves, for the most part, except for the long ones, in third and manageable. And we didn't get it done. The fourth and short, that's a play that we've been really getting fourth down, 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and turn the ball over to them. I believe it resulted in points as well. All the things that we've been doing good, we didn't do today. We did. And hence, on the flip side, they did really, really well. So.
just a lot of
Oh
things
man,
going
it's
on.
just sick of
The
my
field
stomach.
goal,
I can't
you had
even
this
hear it.
Quarter, 4 and 3, decided to go for it. You didn't get it. Did you feel like you were kind of chasing a point? And you went for 2. Just what was the mindset? If you take it to the
2 points were late in the third quarter. You know, you want to be able to make it a game that's, that's exactly what the chart says and how they want it.
I don't question none of the fourth down, none of the field goals. I understand. I did say in my head, damn, we kick a field goal now, it's still 2 down. But we got to keep in mind how fast our offense can score from here on out. So from here on out, we probably don't ever want to leave points on the field anymore. There should be a lesson. But I don't fault you for that because we feel like, shit, we can score any time. But we have seen our offense stall a little bit in the red zone for whatever reason. Well, it was I think it'd be play calling in my opinion. But anyway, okay, we got to settle for the 3. So I think with our kicker being what it is, anytime it's 4th down, get them 3. Get them 3. Get them 3. Get them 3. We shouldn't leave not a point on the board again. Only time we got to go for it is we got to go for it. We're down. And even then, if we're down, it's still a lot of time. We still might want to keep them points on the board. Even if we got to still get a stop. We still got to get a stop. We still going to have to get a stop. We still going to have to get 2 scores. Regardless. So if we don't score, still going to have to stop to get 2 scores. So if we get 3 points right here, then we still got to get a stop and 2 scores anyway. But it might help out to say, all right, well, damn, we got the 3. Now I only need 2 scores. We don't got to get 2 touchdowns. We can get another 3, and then, and then the touchdown will win it this time, or whatever the case may be. But I don't fault that. I just know this game looks like it was given away intentionally. That's all I can say.
Come back and be able to put ourselves in position to win. So we don't second guess that one at all. The 4th and 3 early in the game, we felt very confident about our 4th down package. Felt that we had something there that we could not only have the 1st down but score on. So we've been aggressive all year, and that one we were aggressive today, but that one did not work out.
You mentioned all the things you've done well all throughout the year. Didn't really work out today. Is there an additional mental frustration, an additional frustration that's like, well, everything we do right didn't work today? Or is there a way to address that, I guess?
With reality, I don't think you just don't sidestep it. The film's going to tell everything. I'm sure a lot of guys are already in the iPads watching that and know the coaches. It's it is frustrating. It really is. It's infuriating. And with all that being said, you have to own it. There's no deflecting. Get on that plane, eat it. Let it really make you upset, disappointed, and driven, and go to work. Don't, you never pay any attention to the outside stuff while you're doing well. Can't pay attention and follow that trap now when you take one on the chin. It's time to buckle up. It's time to be a grown-ass man and go to work. That's the bottom line. There's no magic and no way, shape, or form we're going to try that.
Yeah, all that shit sound nice, man. All that shit sound nice. But I just know they gonna stick it to us, man. They don't like us. They don't like us. They don't like us being the face of college football. They not. They not. I hope they make us the villains. We should come out mad, angry, and just destroying everything. Can't stop your pretty boy shit. Stop your acrobatics. And I'm going to be honest. I hope this closed the door on the Heisman campaign bullshit. Fuck that Heisman. You know why? Because all the Heisman candidates here was pretty much garbage to me. They didn't do good in the NFL. They won shit in the NFL. It was just a popularity contest. They probably didn't even deserve to win the Heisman. Yeah, Gino Torretta and whoever it was. Man, we ain't never had no real pure-ass passer like that. I mean, Brad Kyle to me was a pure passer. I like the, what's the dude's name? He had a cannon arm. I can't think of his name. mixed dude. I mean, we had some all right quarterback, but we ain't had none that kind of know the game like you. You playing that shit like mad. You feel me? But I need you to dink and dunk more now. I need you to take them dunk downs right away now and go and get them points. Soften that defense up off rip. You keep dump it down. They gotta bite. Now that shit you trying to get down the field gonna be easy.
You know, make it feel a little bit less than what it does. It hurts. It stinks. It's a really, really tough loss that we brought upon ourselves. And when I say it, also credit to Georgia Tech. I don't disrespect other opponents when we lose a game. But we brought this upon ourselves, and we're going to dig ourselves out by doing the things that we do well, getting better. I have complete faith in this team, everybody in it, every coach on the staff, every member of the organization, being hard on one another.
I got a question. How do coaches get better? Because they only can get better, their only practice is really the game. So, what are y'all going to adjust? Is the question. I mean, players can keep working on their routes, working on catching the ball, you know, staying in shape so they don't be tired, know the plays a little more in detail, practice running them, you know, in repetition so they can do all the little things in muscle memory. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, at this point, how much better is the player gonna get, per se? You know what I mean? Other than him maybe being a little more focused, you know, I guess you can work on focus, staying focused, staying hungry. I guess this loss can make you get a little more hungry now, you know, because if you'd have kept winning, you'd have probably felt like, yeah, we unbeatable. And lose in the playoffs. I would prefer to lose now than the playoffs, let's be honest, if we had to take a loss. You know what I mean? But I don't want to buy that we'll be complacent in the playoffs if we would have went undefeated for the season. I understand the logic behind that. Feeling a little bit, patting yourself on the back too much, and then you get into one of them teams like that, you're going to lose for real. So, do they look at it like, man, we let Georgia Tech beat us? Man, if we don't tighten up, we going to get mollywopped in the playoffs. Every team in the playoff 10 times better than Georgia Tech, top to bottom. So, I don't know what to say.
Another loss is a must. You must demand the most of each other during difficult times. And this is a difficult day that we have to handle, and we will handle, and we'll come together and shut out everything else and go to work.
And then you talked earlier about Kevin Ward is an alpha. You haven't seen him after a loss. Just what do you expect him to do over the next 2 weeks?
The exact same, get better. I don't think he changes. He never has changed. And I don't think the result of a game can change. The result of a game changes you. You never were. You were never what you said you were.
Well, I mean, that's okay, but that's almost a little contradictory. Because you're saying, hey, man, I hope this loss makes them feel like some kind of way. And get back to work and come back angrier. So, I don't know. Just like I just said, I don't believe us going undefeated should affect us in the playoffs. But I could kind of see how it can. So, I don't know. By saying that, Mario, I don't know.
100% belief in him and everybody in the team. That's the biggest point of emphasis. Again, it stinks. It absolutely stinks. But 100% belief in everyone, and we got to go back to work together.
Mario, I know you've been talking about it, just the importance of galvanizing everybody, and when you're confident, you talk about one-and-oh mentality quite a bit all year long. This time, this moment for your team, and to not let essentially one loss be more than a loss. Can you speak on why you feel so confident in this group that you will be we'll be able to move forward.
This loss needs to hurt everybody really badly. All of us, in our gut, in our heart, in our gut, every ounce of our soul. It needs to hurt us. It does. And it needs to drive us. That's how we built this thing. That's the DNA of the program, and that is what we trust in and believe in. And we trust and believe in each other, so that's why we're going to get it done.
Get what done? What would be considered getting it done? Get what done? Win the rest of the games, win the ACC, get to the playoffs, win a playoff game, get deep in the playoffs, win the championship. Because if you're going to say it's based on that, let's rewind what you just said.
The drivers. That's how we built this thing. That's the DNA of the program, and that is what we trust in and believe in. And we trust and believe in each other, so it does. And it needs to drive us. That's how we built this thing.
Now, see, that's the kind of you saying you never was that guy, but you're saying this loss needs to drive us. So let's be real. We got to be real with it. I know we don't like to admit it, but bulletin board material is real. Okay? You can get mentally up for a game more than others. That is real. That is human DNA. A rivalry game mentally means a lot more than a cupcake game. Let's be real. Okay? This is real. So, a loss being able to drive you is real. I believe that. Because I already told them, when you can say Miami is back, is when a loss hurts like this. When you don't expect to lose at all, and you lose, and how it hurts. Now the question is, the response, because of recent, we're going on a losing streak after losing our first game, being undefeated. I remember in 2013, Al Golden 7-0. Lose to Florida State. I thought we were going to meet them back in the ACC championship game, but we lose 3 in a row. I remember 2017, Mark Richt 10-0. We lose to Pitt, and then we lose 3 in a row. Okay? Last year, we were 4-0. We lose to Georgia Tech, and we lose another like 3 in a row. So, Mario, after being 9-0, we lose to Georgia Tech. Do we lose 2 more games? Because the last 3 times we were undefeated and lost a game, 2 more came with it. 2 more came with it. And Wake Forest offense, they don't woke up. You don't think them boys gonna come? This is a Super Bowl game for them? Think it might be bowl eligibility game for them? Let's get it. What we gonna do about this, Mario?